Hi, this is Steve. Welcome back to Scale Model Kit Review. And in this video, I'll be featuring DeAgostini's Iron Man Mark III. This is issue number 1. Now, it's not available in the US, but I had to get a copy of this one. Why? Because we're going to build the helmet. I'll be right back. Welcome back. This is a special review and build of Build Your Own Tony Stark's Legendary Armor. This limited edition Iron Man Mark III model is fully posable and was published by DeAgostini over in Europe. So this is only available over in Europe. I'll show you what it looks like from the news agents. I got my copy from Germany. Here's what the backside of the card looks like. And here's what the front side of the card looks like. This Iron Man figure is supposed to stand 23.5 inches or 60 centimeters high. So if you'll give me a minute, I'll highlight the magazines that came with this issue 1 and the parts, which is the helmet here. And we're going to build this. I think it's going to make a nice display, and I'll show you why I want to do this and possibly the plans for this figure. I'll be right back. Here's some of the promotional literature that came with it. And they were offering a specially lighted base for this digital upgrade. And some of the free stuff, which was a binder, a hat, power bank, some posters, and a t-shirt. Open it up. Trifold here, telling you how you can subscribe to it. And like I was saying, I think they only came out with about 4 issues and never came out with this. I'd love to see this in the US. I think it would definitely sell over here. So if you're listening, DeAgostini, get us rolling on that. Then we get this right here. It's an article about Iron Man. About 10 pages worth here. It's all in German, and my German is not that good to understand what it all says. Of course, they give us a preview of all the parts that are included with this. The assembly instructions. Preview what's coming with issue 2, which happened to be one of the feet. And they give us a poster. Very large. Hang it up on your wall. Probably hang this up for my grandkids. Very cool. Okay, I'll get the parts out and we'll get a closer look at the parts. Here are the parts as they are presented. And we will get this out of the blister pack and we will get a closer look at these. Here's a close-up of all the parts. Got a new screwdriver to assemble this with. We have 3 portions of the mask. We have the lower backing of the mask. We have the electronic switch, LED lights. We have some mask inserts here. One of these actually has a magnet on the back of it. We received the clear visor and screws. AM screws, AP screws, BM screws, and BP screws. Let's get a closer look at some of these parts. Start with the good part first, the helmet. Fantastic. It's all, these parts are made of metal. And this one right here, just look at the detail here. I love the candy apple finish that's on this. Camera doesn't do it justice. Front part of the mask. Blacked out for the LED lights. Looks like we have a magnet right there. Looks like the back section of the mask. All metal once again. Alright, so let's get started on the assembly. I'll be right back. First step is we're going to install this bracket on the inside of the helmet, and it is keyed. You can see there's a keyway. There's like a half moon shape. Corresponds with the bracket here. We'll put that down on top just like that, and we'll be putting BM screws into that. So BM screw meaning metal. They're going to go into metal. And what I've done is I've already pre-greased the holes with this Tamiya remote control grease. So we'll simply insert that. And we'll put our first screw in. There's one. And using that grease really helps. All you need is just a little bit. And there's two. Next we install the battery pack for the lights. I'll get the helmet out of the way. We want to go ahead and put the batteries in first. We have two 1.5 volt batteries, LR920Hs. And you want to put the negative side opposite the spring. So the negative side is this side here. Stack them on top of each other. So we're going to trap this inside of the helmet with, once again, a BM screw. We'll put some more grease in there. And we will mount on the inside. And we'll put the BM screw in. Try to go straight down with it. There's that. Turn this around. You can see we actually have access to the batteries here. It's a tight squeeze, but they are there. Next, they want us to put the visor in. Just like that. Next, we're going to install the LEDs onto the hold-down bracket. It goes into the face mask. Now these simply insert like this. 2 of them, 1 on each side, just like that. Get these wires out of the way. Now this inserts into the helmet with this long piece here facing forward into those slots. We're going to be using AM screws to attach them. And I've already pre-lubricated the holes for those AM screws. We're going to be using 2 of them. And we'll secure it down. There's 1. And 2. There you go. Next, we plug these together here. This only plugs in one way. You have a flat edge on that terminal. That goes down with the flat edge also on the other side. So just like that. And it locks in place. Just like that. If I test the lights, they work. Pretty cool. Okay. Next, we'll assemble the backing plate. We need to flip this over, and this simply just goes down on top of that. Just like that. We're going to install AP screws, so we're going in the plastic here. Three of them. And last one. Next, we're going to install that backing plate into the lower back portion of the helmet, and it's simply going to screw down right there on those 2 holes. I already have them pre-lubricated because this is metal. So in this case, we need to turn this around just like that, and it goes in there like that, and we're going to install BM screws, 2 of them. There we go. Next, we assemble one of these side brackets, and we're going to use a BP screw for that. we need to turn it over, and it only lines up one way. There's a keyway here on top. There's a keyway right there. That is it there. Then we'll put our BP screw in. There it is. That inserts next on the side here, and it goes in just like that with that arm going facing down, straight down onto that, just like that. Next, we attached our micro switch to the lower part of the arm. Now you want to make sure that your switch is facing kind of that direction with the actuator tab right there. So I'm going to move that out of the way. It might be easier to get the switch in. It also goes in with a BP screw. I'm going to put the BP screw through the switch and line up the helmet with that. There you go, it's lined up. Now we can put our there we go. And that's what turns the light on and off. Okay. And just to show you the switch a little bit closer. Okay. Before we assemble the lower back part of the helmet onto the other side, it's going to get installed with BM screws, so we need to lubricate the 3 points. That are getting the screws. Okay. All 3 are lubricated. Now we need to put this together without anything getting smashed or pinched. Just like that, kind of did it sideways. We're going to put our 3 BM screws in. Alright, tight. 2 more to go. Turn this around where I can see it. Alright. That's together. Next we put our battery cover on. I'm going to make sure the cover has the magnet or the metal part on the outside. We use a BP screw for that. Little resistance, and we stop. Next we insert our clear visor into the front of the mask. Turn that over. Only goes down one way. We use an AM screw to secure that down. There we go. That looks good there. Next we have this part here that goes on the inside of the mask. And it only lines up one way. It has two alignment tabs. Goes straight down. And once again we put AM screws in for that. I didn't lubricate that, but it went in just fine. Three parts that need to be assembled still. We have this side cover, and it's held on by a magnet, just like that. And then we have the front mask that slots down on there and held on by a magnet also. Check out the light here. Pretty cool. And that's all we do to assemble Iron Man's mask. Fantastic. I'll put up a picture on maybe the plans that I want to do with this. A little vignette or a little diorama. Obviously it's not my idea, I saw it online. But that's what she looks like. Would really like to see this come out in the US. DeAgostini, if you're watching, please give it to us here. We would love to have this. But it's fantastic. Got the glowing lights. Very cool. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like, hit the bell for all notifications. Also, don't forget I have an Amazon store where you can purchase all the supplies that I showed in this video. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Happy modeling and take care.